All right, got some hot news right here. Just popped up here. So, all right, cool. I'll have to keep that on the down low. Sorry, guys. Yeah, just my phone blows up sometimes, and this was an important one. So, but anyways, big news today. These right here. Look at these. The new megalithics right here. These things hook up great. And I mounted them on some Power Hobby wheels. And while we're still early in it, I've gotten some custom measurements sent to Yizer to get some inserts. So hopefully those inserts will be perfect for this exact combo. So sorry, this is kind of important. On the ramp. I hate to. All right, let's get you guys here. Major Roads, Big Kids, Clayton, yes sir. Sarah, what's up? Marcus, Omar, what's up? JD's RC, what's up, man? So I had the opportunity. My buddy took me down to Daytona and did the ride thing. I should have did the ride along so I could feel what the car could stick, because honestly I was a bit too chicken to really push it. But man, it was amazing. First time I ever stepped on the Daytona track, I was going to a car to drive. It was amazing, absolute amazing experience, man. Tack hooked me up with everything. This right here, yeah, this is absolutely awesome. I got 139, but when your butt's like this high off the ground or something, you're really ground. It felt like I was a rocket ship, man. But so much fun. I know Tack got 160 in his, so it was phenomenal. Yeah, Anna. Man, I tell you what, since I left my job, I've been doing my okay. Anyway, sorry, this is kind of an important thing popped up here. I won't say what it's about, but it's pretty darn awesome. Man, this is awesome. But when you're driving this thing, there's no power steering, there's no power brakes, there's none of your creature features you got in your car. You get in your car and you run 100 miles an hour, hey, you're driving one hand. You're driving these things, both hands, you're white knuckling it. It's all you, man. It's all you. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing feeling. Yeah. So, but regardless of all that, man, it was absolutely thrill. And what I was going to get to is RC Underdog. Thank you so much for that. I tried the 3D printer, it was too heavy. Yizer, all you got to do is go to the website, send him an email, a message, and tell him what you got, and he'll make you some inserts. He can custom make your inserts. For me, I want the soft for the light vehicles up to around 5 to 6 pounds. So, Big Kid RC, it's very raw. Very raw. You feel every cylinder. You feel every bump. You feel everything. And that track is not as smooth as it looks on TV, let me tell you that. Coming out of turn 4, you're running, and there's a little bit of a spot where you got to go a little bit extra with it. If not, you go up high on the track. Well, I did that one time, but I wasn't supposed to. But regardless of all that, as you're coming down the front stretch where all the stands are, you're looking at the track and it just kind of goes off. You're like, there's no way I'm going to make that. But then everything pitches and you just turn right into it. The 43 car, the video didn't work. So they gave me another 8 minutes in another car, the number 1 car. And there was a completely different vehicle, completely different. And I drove way different. But on the number 1 car, in between 1 and 2, I believe it was, there was a spot where you're running about 140 or so, right? And you're cruising along. You can almost take your hands off. It was like the car was steering itself. It was phenomenal. But now as far as the car pulling to the left, when I came off the track to the middle, yes, it did have a little bit of a left pull to it. So and that was when you was on the flat going around. So it did have a little bit of a left pull to it right there. It was absolutely phenomenal, major roads. Those do not have any padding or dampening. There is very little. I mean, you got the racing like a Kirby seat down in there with a little bit of pad, and that's it. The rest of the pad is whatever you're packing. So it was absolutely amazing. Absolutely awesome. So tonight, I guess as we get into the second hour, if we get that far, I only see 39 of you guys on right now. So if we make it to the second hour, that's when we'll do, see if you guys want to bid on something here. Or we might do it anyway, right? I'm waiting on approval for some more Rafales, as I'm calling them. I've got a set of these, another black set of these, a set of purples right here, and these are just the fronts, and a set of greens. So I've got those going to be on the Rafale thing. I've got a Castle 2028 800 kV. This is an older one right here. I've got a Hobby Wing 2028 size, or a 56 113. I believe this is also 800 kV. Yep, 800 kV uncensored. So these are the older motors. I've got a set of B blocks for the Mojave. These only fit the Proline Hyrax. So that's what these are designed for right here. Was there anything else? Well, I want to show you guys something I got. You'll be seeing some different footage of this as time goes on, as I get myself in position. I purchased a DJI Mini 3 Pro. This thing is absolutely amazing. This was bought locally. A guy had it, didn't want it, flew it a couple times, showed me everything. It works phenomenal. It's got the screen on the controller. It's got the fly more kit, all that. So I got 3 batteries with it for over an hour of run time or flight time. Got to get my terminology right. But yeah, that thing is phenomenal. The stability, this thing, when we were test flying it, we actually had 30 satellites it was picking up right over me. Yeah, 30. So, Demon Toyd, what's up, buddy? So, Mr. Know-It-All, those new tires, those are the ones they were trying at BTC. I have no idea. I have no idea about BTC. I've had these for about a week. About a week is the only time that I've had these. So, but I can tell you this, they're sticky. And tomorrow, the video that I got to finish editing tonight and get it uploaded. Let me see if I can show you guys a sneak peek of this. But this will be on tomorrow, because when I did the video earlier that you guys saw, I honestly forgot to do the ramp. So, but I didn't forget to do the ramp here. You can see them going right on up right here. And then I fall off the backside. I guess maybe I need to do something on the back side of that. Do some kind of a climb down or something, you know. That would be pretty cool, right? To do like some natural rock, just stair steps all the way down. Weather cools off, you know, which it is starting to cool off actually. So I'm gonna have to start doing some work that I've been saying I've been going to do for the last 4 months, right? All right. Omar, would you recommend the X-Max 800 kV Hobby Wing Max 5 G2 or 1100 kV Max 5 G2? Okay, for the X-Max, I would probably go with the 1100. and gear it at about 1.4 to 1.5 to 1. We're talking pinion and spur on that. And you'd be just about set. Now, if you want to hang on for a little bit, Omar, just wait it out a little bit. We all know there's a Max 6 G2 coming, and it's going to fit with that 1250 kV that I've got in my XRT. Hopefully you saw my video where I pushed that to the limit with a 12S on that. It took it. Granted, I wasn't all the way on it for way long, you know, because the rotors will come apart. But regardless of all that, I'm kind of thinking the Max 6 G2 with the 1250 might be the perfect setup. And because the motor is a 5690, I think the other one is 5687 or something like that, the 1100. But it's not so long that it's going to hang off the motor mount and have a lot of bending. So you won't have all this motor hanging off of here. It's like here. So it's kind of like a short big block, if that makes any sense. See, Endos, RC, as far as the ruptures go, the ruptures are illegal. They are illegal, but great trail tire, you know, you just can't compete in a legal organization with them. These right here, I believe, are going to be just as good. They're the same compound, same green compound, so you should be good to go with all of that. You can see a little green dot right there. So green compound, which pretty much that's J Concept's normal compound pattern anyway. To me, it kind of resembles the Baja Pro X, but it's not fat. It's nice and skinny. There's not a whole lot here, but there's enough to grab. But there's not so much sticking out that's going to mess you up when you're trying to get to a course. So now for us here with the dirt stuff, I think these are going to be perfect. Let's see on that spiral wood you did before. Oh, the little spiral thing going up. Man, the way these are right now, they'll just wrap that and walk it. But I can do that. If I do that, I'll do it with a different truck because I did it with SV2. And the video tomorrow is with the SCX10 Pro right up there. So the Pro actually made these run better. A little bit more weight on them. They actually ran a lot better. Trust me. On the Superlight, you're going to have less foam than this. You're going to have the softest printed inserts I've ever had have been from Three Brothers RC. So it would take a set of those to make these work on that lightweight truck. When you get really light, we're talking 4 pounds, under 4 pounds on a vehicle, getting a tire to hook up can be a challenge. You've got to really go above and beyond less than what you expect when it comes to tires. If not, they just don't want to hang. They don't want to hook up. Oh, Clayton done and gifted some memberships here. Rick Smith, welcome. Xavier's, welcome. I do want that Max 5 from you. I just seen the email. Yes, sir, big kids. Yeah, I've got that literally sitting right over there. So I'll get you fixed up on that. Tested that out. It's all good to go. Let me see here. Make a super light, get a small profile tire, plastic rim. When I first built Superlight, we're talking Anna. When I first built Superlight, it had plastic wheels and tires from Duratrax, the Deep Woods. And that was how I got it at 3 pounds, 10 ounces. Do you think New Hobby Max 5 and 650 centimeter would work fine? A low C5 tier? Okay, if you're, I would not put a Max 5 and 650 in something as big as a low C5T. Do the Max 4, buddy. Do the Max 4. I would not put a Max 5 in that. Those days, historical days are done. Do the Max 4. You'll be a lot happier with that. Endos, do I agree with Hobbywing going fully censored? Yes, I absolutely do. All right. RC Crawler of 82, welcome. Rudy, awesome, welcome. What is that compressor looking motor behind. I'm glad you noticed that. I was expecting somebody to wonder what kind of a motor that was, and you actually mentioned it. On my big air compressor out in the shed, last Monday, I went out there to use the air and I had none. The crank actually spun a bearing and locked itself up. It was toast. So I just got that off of eBay, actually. Ordered that from eBay. So we'll see how it works. I got to do some modification to make it work. I got to order a pulley for the motor, a drive shift for the motor, since the old one had, the motor's good. It had the flat belt, and this has got the V belt, and the flat belt pulley won't fit this shaft. So I got to change belts and all that. But when I'm done, I'm going to have two 60-gallon air compressors feeding the track out there. So at that point, because on my air guns, I've got the little diffuser thing at the end of it, and that kind of hurts the airflow. It really does. So if I've got 120 gallons and two complete compressors feeding that thing, I'll cut those off and we'll have some real air pressure out there. At least that's the game plan. Try to make it better out there for everybody. I got to come up with some way to get off of this right here into the existing tank. I've got to go to Lowe's or Home Depot or something and see if I can come up with an adapter to get to the metal line to go into the tank, because that's hot coming out of that. You don't really want a rubber hose, you'll melt it off coming right out of the cylinder head. So, Voodoo Ot 6, nice. Watching and about to start my TRX 4M Tarantula buggy with a PN racing motor. Man, that PN racing motor is doing great, man. I got mine with a 1080 G2, and it's working really good. That's a good kit or RTR trail truck that has locking and unlocking diffs. That's not a TRX 4. Xavier's, buddy, there is nothing else. There's nothing else that's going to get that, buddy. The TRX4 is it. And the TRX4 is a great truck, man. Have you ever found a mod 1.5 pinion gear for a 5mm shaft? I think I saw some on eBay one time, but I believe the reason that isn't really a common thing is because of the harmonics of the mod 1.5. Actually, making the output shaft brittle on a 5mm and breaking the shaft. I believe that's the issue with such a large tooth gear with a small shaft motor. Bronco Raptor kit from H-Tech for the TRX4 Bronco. I have not heard anything about that, Glenn. Best motor I've used in my old 502 was a Taylor 40. Man, Taylor's got some great motors. He really does. And I got to meet him when I was at Monster Jam with Primal. So that was pretty awesome to see. I also got my brass raw 500s in today. I got 6 of these. I think 2 of these are sold locally. There's another guy that wanted one or two of these as well. But I can't think of his name, so that's why I haven't put these on the website yet. But I do have 6 of them. I should have 2 available after I get past this weekend. Your XRT servo started glitching and twitching the throttle. 3 runs. What's a good servo? Benjamin Massey, one of the common servos that we do is we put the adapter kit in there. Vidavons, I believe I may even have some of the adapters with the arm and all that for the X-Max or XRT. And typically we run the 500, the raw 500, or any good quality servo like that. But what you're going to get into when you really go with a really wild servo is the bell crank is going to cut back what that servo's got. The servo is giving you everything, but the bell crank is just not allowing it to get to the tires. And that's with the servo saver on there. So, yeah, that's kind of what they're meant to be. Cross RC, or are you talking about the Rebel RC? I have one of those in there. It's sitting on the shelf. That has 2-speed remote locking diffs and all that. Do I have a drag car? I do not. Any more videos of your comps out there at the track? Those were great to watch. You're talking about the racing, Anna? Yeah. In fact, this weekend, we're racing 8 scale. So we'll be running E-buggies, N-buggies, E-truggies, N-truggies, whatever they show up. And we're going up to the Mojaves to see if we can get enough Mojaves out here. Racing Mojaves are amazing. Such a huge truck. It's like a big, bad battering ram. It's awesome. JD, I keep my stuff clean, buddy. Much more Zeta is what we use for B3. I have never messed with a much more anything. Little flapping lips is back. What you're going to do with that control in your hand? I'm going to fly a DJI Mini Pro 3. Mini 3 Pro. I'm thinking about, I want to get the, now I paid $850 for this with 3 batteries and the nice controller and everything. So I got a pretty decent deal on it, you know. But I want to get the VR headset. Well, I believe it comes with a controller on the side and all that as well. So, but I want the nice one, and that's another $800. So that's not going to happen right now. How is the Raminator bouncer build coming along? I am still waiting on the transmissions from Vidavon. Still waiting on those because I'm using the SCX6 transmission that he builds with 10mm outputs. So hopefully we can get those going. I've got new skids coming from MFR, Metal Fab by Reed. So when I get the skids in, I get the transmissions in. I think I've got 3 of each. So 3 transmissions and 3 skids, because 2 of the transmissions and 2 skids are going into the bouncers. And then I'm going to put 1 skid and 1 transmission in my own Raminator. Durability test. You got to test these things, right? So I get that into there, give that a run, and if it holds up, great. If I break it, maybe it'll be better in the bouncers and we'll be okay, I hope. But it's kind of iffy whether this transmission will hold. It is mod 1.5 gears, but with 10mm outputs, he's beefing up a lot of stuff inside. So it's a really custom transmission. So hopefully when we get this done, we can actually make a kit, put a kit together. And if you have a Raminator, you could actually put a LCG transmission skid kit in there. So, and the goal is to put the transmission skid down into mine, motor in the front, because these trucks are actually rear heavy when you put the batteries on there. I'm going to put the battery plate, I'm going to make some brackets somehow and move that down into the belly of it. So you won't be able to get to them with the body off. You'll have to pull the body, or the body on. You'll have to pull the body off to get down to them, but at least they'll be more forward and down center. I've also got some 6mm sway bars on the way, and some 5mm. The Ram bouncers are going to get the 5mm sway bars. So I think that's going to make them run a lot better. So, and I'm going to call them a quarter scale bouncers, just because the overall size and dimensions is more quarter scale than 5th scale, in my opinion, as compared to a bouncer. But regardless of all that, man, hopefully by the end of the year, I'll have something, because I've got to get the axles apart. I had to buy a torch to take the stuff apart with, get it apart, adjust the differentials in them, make them a little bit tighter, more for bouncer style driving, get those prepped. I get the trans, the skid, all that in. I'm going to send all that stuff off to Travis Vance at Addictive RC, and he gets to do the chassis. Getting 2 of them. 1 for me and 1 for my buddy, Tack. Tack has to have one. Yeah. All right, so let me see here. This guy, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Market, can you run a Hobbywing motor that is censored with the Castle Creation? Yeah, but you're not going to get censored operation. You'll just run the 3 wires on it. Is that drone exempt from having to get registered? It's just under, it's like 249 grams. So I believe it is. But if I was to like go commercial with it or something like that, I believe I still got to do the license and all that stuff. So it's like right there from my understanding. I've been flying it around here, and I generally fly about 100 feet up, which gives me plenty clearance from the trees, but nothing crazy. But man, I can, when I do this video with this thing, the drone, I'm gonna show it to you on the table, do my little, woo, look at this, yak, yak, you know? But then I'm gonna put it outside, and I'm literally gonna fly it from inside the room. I've already done this, all the way out to the track and look at the jumps and all that stuff. So yeah, and I can video all that. I can actually, what I can do is I'll probably do the video like, you know, with you see me flying everything, but I can save with the card that's on the unit at 4K 60, and then take the card, put it into a little adapter, put it right into my iPhone. So I'll be able to edit like that as well. The FX118 is a little bit loud. You saw the videos with it versus the TRX4M. Yeah, it's definitely a loud transmission as compared to the TRX4M. Mr. Tyler Lane, what's up? Benjamin Massey, more track days or joining a local track club. We just run here, buddy. Was going to be going to Stone Mountain, but that event got canceled. It was at the end of the month. All right, where are we at here? Mr. Tyler, smash that like, everybody. Yeah, we're at 60 and 30 right now. Halo Chiefs, have you ever played on an Xbox or PlayStation? Man, many years ago, I was flat broke. My paychecks were $297.16. That's what I was making per week. Every single penny was accounted for, and I saved up. I saved up as best I could. My mortgage at that time was only $440 a month, but still, you know, it was like 2 paychecks. But I somehow managed to get myself a PlayStation 2, and I got Final Fantasy VII, and man, that game was it for me. That was my game right there, man. I got one on brass service. Good deal. I really like seeing the brass service, but there aren't more of those. Well, the brass is mainly there for balance and support, balance and tuning and all that. That's what the brass is for. But as far as that game goes, man, I literally had a normal tube TV sitting on, I don't know, some boxes. Maybe I had a desk or something. It wasn't much. And I had like a kitchen chair. That was it. I sat in that chair and I played that game. It was all I had, you know. Didn't have money to go do anything extra. I was living off of Lunchables. You go at the Winn-Dixie, you get the Lunchables. I think they were maybe $1 at that point. You go in, you get about the only time I ate anything was at lunch, and it was usually under $5. You know, something super cheap like from Subway. You know, I wasn't fat because I couldn't be fat at that point, but it was a different time. I knew where every single penny was going. It was quite the experience, and I hope I never go back to that. That's what I'm planning to do, Glenn. Do like a big overhead. I mean, heck, I've got some footage. Oh, let me see. I think I put it on here. All right, this is where a guy was driving last Sunday, and I took the drone and did like a circle around him. Pretty cool. You can see the rocks in the background. This came off the card in the drone. So that was pretty cool, man. This drone is absolutely awesome. Let's see if I got any. I think I was trying to. Let me see. No. We were sitting there messing around at the table in the shade. I got. Oh. Let me see here. A little bit of footage right there of the track. I mean, I'm way too chicken to get down to these vehicles right now, you know, so I'm probably about 60, 70 feet up right here. And I'm trying my best to follow the vehicle, you know, I'm trying to figure this out, and it's kind of interesting to see this. But anyway, yeah, I got quite a bit to do. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. So, all right, let me see here. Drone crashed into someone and killed them. Be careful. Decapitated. Yeah, buddy, that must have been like a $40,000, you know, commercial one. This is you might could get a stitch off of this. Do I have a main radio? As far as my main radio goes, I think my favorite radio is still the FlySky GT5, followed very closely and possibly past, especially with the crawlers, the RC8X. Really like that radio. So those are my two main radios, put it that way. Did you get a nitro vehicle? Go that book. There is a nitro vehicle. I have it. And my buddy is over here and he does nitros like that's his thing. So I sent it with him along with one of my GT5s and say, dude, if you can put this in here and get everything set up for me, so it's just ready to go, that will be nice. And he did call me today and he says it's pretty much ready. So, but he doesn't, his bump box doesn't work. So I'm probably going to go tomorrow and pick that up from him. Your wife is on skinny juice from the doctor. What is skinny juice? I might need to get some. What are the best brushed electronics for comp crawling? Brushed, you're talking, you're going to need a nice motor with a good magnetics on it. And you're going to need a Hobbywing 1080 G2. That's the best ESC you're going to get for comp crawling, for brushed. There's nothing else. Don't even look at them. Don't try to compare. Hobbywing 1080 G2. That's it. Thank you, Halo Chief. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good morning, Steve. What are your thoughts on those new J Concept tires? Have you ever tried S1 Compound Canyon Trails? I've never tried a S1 Compound Canyon Trail, but I've got them, and I can tell you right now, these things are awesome. First video went up today. I'm getting this other video done, uploaded tonight, set it up. It should be 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, first thing. So that's my goal for today, is to get that done. I also drove the 12S SEX6, but I took the rear axle off and I tested the new Proline tires on there too. So that I got to get uploaded. All you channel members, you'll be getting those videos tonight. I'm probably just going to set the tire video up to go up at 5 o'clock, or I may have to wake up early and do that. Man, I don't want to wake up early. You know, it's so crazy. Well, I get you guys. Don't let me forget this train of thought about waking up early. Telling the rule of fat after dinner mint that. Skinnies. What do you think of the Element Zool? The Element Zool, I looked at that. I don't have any Mountain Dew. I looked at the Element Zool. All that is, the best I can tell, is an Element Ecto with a more scaled body. So a little bit less comp-worthy Ecto. I like it because it's Ecto. It's a tune, throttle speed 2 on the ESC XO. Hey Joe, I can relate to what makes it bridge what we have now even more. Yes, sir. There is only Zool. I need to get the Keymaster. They need to come out with a Keymaster next time. That's totally doable. Oh man, I had an 810 Warthog RC plane, but it didn't last very long. First 1080 Gen, the first 1080 and 1080 Gen 2 has got some auxiliary wires where you can adjust the drag brake and stuff like that. Other than that, I think the specs maybe a little bit better with the G2, but they still didn't make it 4S capable, so they really kind of dropped the ball on that. They should have made it 4S capable. Well, Hearthstone, yes, the concrete ramp. I have a video. I showed that earlier. Thank you, Clayton. Do fun. I appreciate that. Yeah, I did do a tire test with these right here. Put them on the ramp. They went up pretty well. I've got to be honest with you. They went up pretty well. You see that while I'm... Let me see here. Like supernatural. What else? When you like Satan? Satan and supernatural. I drove right off the top of that thing. That'll be in tomorrow's video, by the way. Supernatural. Breaking Bad was awesome. As far as movies go, Breaking Bad was cool. Sons of Anarchy was amazing. And my youngest daughter, this went on for about a month or so. She got me addicted to Friends. Man, we watched Friends so much. And I'm gonna tell you, there is one reason to watch Friends. And they come in pairs, if you know what I'm talking about. Pairs of headlights. There's lots of headlights on Friends, and that's what makes it worth it. I'm not going to go any further than that. And now, you know, they did that on purpose just to get us to watch. It worked. Getting E-Flight Pits 800. I had a biplane. Did all right with it. Finally traded it off for something. I'm not sure. Yeah, I heard about that big fighter, big plane that just kind of just crashed in the woods. Cannot believe $80 million plane, and it was flying around with a faulty black box thing on it. I'm like, come on. You mean to tell me? And then they go asking, oh, does anybody know where our $80 million top secret warplane is? The greatest warplane the planet's ever seen. Yeah, we just lost it. It's like the Pentagon. Well, I don't want to get political, but let's just say there's a lot of money gone. Anyway, let's go. The video, my buddy is building a truck very similar to Thor. Awesome, man. Thor is an expensive truck. Boardwalk Empire. I've never seen Boardwalk. I've been told the one with John Cena in it. I watched a little bit of that, but I haven't watched enough of it. A wet concrete ramp shootout. What if I just spray it with WD-40? Just oil that ramp up, huh? Yeah, Ron Perlman kind of went a little bit on the nuts side. It's always cold on the set of Friends. Yes, it was. That was the best part of watching it. And what's funny is when they would walk out and their headlights were on, I go, oh, oh, oh. My daughter would be like, stop it. It was awesome. Chandler and Joey were awesome too, yes. Fleet grounded. Mudslingers, how to dominate that. Mudslingers? You know, the last tire test I had, RC 4-wheel drive Baja Pro X1. And honestly, that's not a good tire, in my opinion. So the ramp is neat to see and neat to play on. Everybody that comes here with a crawler gets on it just to see if they can make it to the top or they flip over backwards or something, you know. But the ramp isn't the end all be all when it comes to these tires, you know. There's a lot more to them than just one little ramp to drive up. Goodwill Wood, I have no idea. I am not a big fan of the Hyrax, you know. That's never been a big thing for me. Pearlman was good in Hellboy. Megalithic, yeah. J Concepts did. You're talking about this one, right? Yep. My first video of these went up today. Tomorrow will be a new video. Dude, they done great. Like I said earlier, I'm working with Yizzer, YZZR. They got a little sticker up here somewhere. Hey, look. I did a J Concepts video with J Concepts sticker right there too. Ah, that's like two goods, right? But anyway, yeah, working on some custom Yizzers specifically for these tires. And I ordered like the soft ones, the softest ones. That's kind of the way I like to run, you know? Yeah, Ryan. They had some high beams out there. Justified. You know, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The last time I watched a show, it was, and I think I might be 2 episodes back now. Maybe 1 episode, I'm not sure. Futurama came back, so I'm totally into that. I've watched every single Futurama that I could find. So like all the way from the first one, all the way through to these. I think there's a couple more. There's a website you can go to and watch all these things. Plus you can get some really good anime. And you guys talking about high beams. Are general grabbers good or mid? I would probably think mid on that, but it might depend on your terrain. Scale Rock. Yeah, buddy. With all the RC cars, what full-size car would I love to drive? Really? What full-size car would I love to drive? Can it be a truck? I never expected to go drive a cup car at Daytona, but it was phenomenal. The next things that I want to drive, and it's going to be crazy if it ever happens, I want to drive a bust nut. You're right. I want to drive a pro trophy truck. I would love to drive a trophy truck and a monster truck. Those are the 2 vehicles I really want to drive. To me, this is narrow. To me, it is. I mean, put the calipers on it. Let's see, I don't want the calipers to be tight on the tire. Now, these have the stock foams in them. So that's a little bit on there. About 42.5. So that's at the bulge of the tire. So what's the overall on it? 42.5 millimeters. Let's see here. That looks, it's about right there. So 121.2 millimeters. Okay, these are a full-size 475 because I just got 4.77. So if that's the case, then these are a full-size 4.75. Full size. Some of them, they'll say 4.75, like the Vanquish, and they're like 4.9, you know? Or some will say 4.75, and they're like 4.5. But these are a legit 4.75, I'm going to tell you right now. So, yeah, I'm happy with that measurement. A reminder, wake up early. You're mid for most conditions, terrible on loose soil. Ah, cool. King of the Hill. King of the Hill's coming back. Nice. Switch to turn on by the hands or down below like the old card. Don't know. Marcus, that's a great question. I have no idea who to ask about that. Andrew, sir, you're addicted to chesticles. I am, Andrew. I'm going to send you 1.9 mudslingers to try on the rocks. Are they RC four-wheel drive 1.9 mudslingers? I mean, I've seen them, but dude, the closest thing I have to boggers are what comes on the Rift. 92 Bronco. How much should give you a ride in a truck? You know, Talbot has said a few times he's talking about getting a truck here in the U.S. If he gets a truck here, I told him, I said, dude, look, if you come over, especially on the East Coast anywhere, make sure you let me know. That would be awesome. Dude, I would drive out there just to meet him, just to hang out as best I could. It would be phenomenal, wouldn't it? Now, Talbot's truck isn't a ride truck. There's only one seat in it. So, and I really doubt you're going to just hang on to the cage on top of that thing and go, woo! How that would be fun, wouldn't it? But, yeah, I doubt that's going to happen. It's not a ride truck. Man, that car was awesome, dude. Congrats on Super Car. Thank you, man. Got this, too. Awesome. Look at that. Oh, this is I've already put this on the wall, except for tonight. But yeah, it's awesome. It was awesome, man. Owning and driving a full-size truck in San Francisco is a bad idea. Never been to San Francisco. Neutronic Gaming. That thing is about as tall as my VXBs are wide. So, yeah, skinny. Okay, good. The skinny tires actually allow you to, they give you the contact patch you need depending on the foams and your weight and all that stuff like that. But they allow you to squeeze between gates. And with us, we have vertical gates. You know, they're like stuck in the ground like that. So, if you touch it up here, you got it. You know, you can't lean over the gate like you can with the little ball looking things underneath there. You kind of gotta be there. Marcus, a collab. Man, I would be all for that, man. Bust Nut, Kevin's not moving here. No, he's moving to Isle of Man. Taxes in the UK and the taxes we're stuck with here in America. Yeah, there's no need for him to come here, buddy. No need. Yeah. Taxes, dude. We are eat up with taxes. It's bad. Someone needs to make a cut and shut style tire, narrow and 5.25. That's been done before, but they're very expensive because it usually takes like at least 6 tires to do that. Because they typically work on a 4.75. So they've got to cut them, open them, and then put them all together. That's a lot of work. That's expensive. Have I ever been to Michigan? If not the Upper Peninsula, I have never been to Michigan, buddy. As far north as I have ever been, and I believe it was higher than D.C. I went to D.C. one time, but I believe the farthest north I have ever been was when I was at Exo Fest this year. That was it. I was the farthest north I have ever been. Benjamin, man, dude, it was an awesome experience. Pacific Native, I will be there sometime in November. Are you open? So long as I'm here and I'm not out of town at an event, yeah, right on out. 5 sets of axles stuck in the mail. That stinks. Dude, that tire, literally, you can grab it and just hold it like this. As far as carrying the tire around at the track, the girl behind the counter, she was carrying the thing. She was just a cute little girl, you know? Little girl, not some big brawny woman, you know? And she was just carrying it around. I asked her, how heavy is that thing? She goes, it's not bad. And And I reach out, and I'm like, holy cow, dude, that thing was lightweight. It's really lightweight. What I want to do is, and I was looking today for a 16-inch diameter NASCAR round clock. I'm going to put that into the wheel, into the tire, and then I'm going to measure everything. The back space, I'm going to cut the back side of the tire off, and I'm going to make a big wall clock out of this tire. I'll use the front where everybody signed and all that, so I think that'd be cool. I found all kinds of clocks, but finding a 16-inch NASCAR clock, I don't know if that's even possible or if I'll have to come up with some kind of something to make something. But if I get that, I am planning to actually show the building of the clock, the cutting of the tire. It's a bias ply tire, so you don't have to worry about steel catching you or anything like that. But shaving it off, cleaning it, mounting the clock into there onto the wall. I think it'll be a pretty cool video to see, in all honesty. West Desert Wheeler is your guy. I've been everywhere. Now, Bust Nut, he was a truck driver, so he's went all over the country. Stepside, I do not own anything from Kraken RC yet. Furthest south is Ohio. Man. I think I was about the furthest north I've ever been. Any ideas on a new Wraith transmission? I put all metal gears. I'm trying to rebuild it. New bearings. I don't know. I'm skipping already. I don't know, Clayton. The Wraith is kind of part of history, really. Wildebeest. There's a previous answer to the best motor for the X-Max. Just to be clear, why the 1100? The 1100, you can gear it down, which makes the startup even better. It makes it torquier. Plus, it's shorter, so there's less stress on your motor mount. There's more room to fit your ESC down into the chassis. So I think that's the better route to go. I mean, if you say you can't wait till the Max 6 G2. I don't know when the Max 6 G2 is going to be available. It could be tomorrow. It could be a week from now. It could be 2 months. It could be a Christmas thing. I don't know. I have no idea when the Max 6 G2 is coming out. I really don't. Joe, NASCAR legend. Not me, buddy. I'm the NASCAR slowpoke. RC Crowd, what's up? Addicted to RC. You made it. Yay! Yeah, it was on a Saturday. It was about 11 o'clock. I think we got on the track at around noon. Bangor, Maine. Up into Michigan. No, so what you're saying is it's time for a Rift. The Rift is it. The Rift is it. And don't bother with any 2-speed on the Rift transmission. Just forget about that. Keep the high gears. Call it done. You're good. Don't go messing with that 2-speed. It's a headache from the ground. I just spent a few weeks in Joe, the rolling roadblock. You got it, man. I was too. I got dude. I was running probably like 17,000 miles per second. Okay, that's what it feels like when you're literally, when your head height is probably about the same height as the table or your desk in front of you, and you're just running like a constipated wiener dog. You're just running, and then the radio guy comes over. Okay, you're gonna get passed on the right in 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Dude just passed me like that was the pro driver. Man, just passed me like I was parked. It was amazing. I got passed on Daytona track. That was awesome. Oh, man. Man, it was addicted, man. It was the greatest motorsports day of my life. It was that much amazing. Yeah, 2-speed for that's okay. I should get a rocking RC tank. That would be cool to see it ripping around the track. I have an RC tank, but it don't do any ripping around the track. I've ever gone over 150 ever. That was freaky as it gets. Man, it was crazy, man. I mean, it was amazing on that track, man. You got that right, Flapping. Oh, yeah, I got a tank. Do I have a NASCAR RC? I do not. my buddy Tat goes, I'm thinking about sponsoring one, getting my own car for my business and all. I looked at him and said, well, dude, if I buy a lug nut, can I put an Exocaged sticker on it? Wouldn't that be cool to see an Exocaged sticker on a NASCAR running the circuit? That would be awesome. Oh, material came in today. We'll start running them tomorrow. That will be the skids for the raminators. Nice. Let me message him real quick. Ask him, what's the cost for 3? Let's just see here. Let's see how much I got to pay for 3 skids for the raminator. Man, I mean, I could do the tank video. It's got the little yellow airsoft balls, and they actually fly out pretty good. And I've got all of it set up on a Hack Fly Sky GT3C, so I can drive like this. So there's no sound to it. I took the sound box out and all that stuff, but yeah, it drives like a tank. I got the upgraded gearboxes in it and all that stuff. I don't have any Vidavon steering knuckles for a TRX 4. I might have a complete front axle housing. Might. Oh, Nella, the concrete slab was just going to be simple flat. Just simple flat. Bust nut, you're going skydiving? Who cares about sound? Skydiving will be awesome. Now, I'm doing everything I can to say yes to everything. Skydiving is a little on the crazy side. As if driving a cup car your first time ever isn't a little bit on the crazy side. But at least I'm on the ground. Good deal. Tank versus drone. I wonder if I could take a receiver, put on the bottom of this, right? And then just have like a little micro servo with like something on the horn that's poking up. Then the horn just simply does that number when you hit a switch, probably on a different transmitter, and just you can actually drop stuff off of this. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? That would be pretty cool. And now I got skydiving fund. Oh man, I don't know about that one. Banked asphalt oval for 110. That would be awesome, but I don't see that happening. Yeah, I'll be lucky if I get the concrete pad poured by the end of the year. These tires, they're awesome. As far as the allowed top speed, the package I had could have got me up to around 160 if I would have pushed it harder. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I expected more horsepower out of these cars. I expected more power. I mean, you're in first, second, third, fourth, and that's it. Manual transmission. So if you can't drive a manual, just do the ride along. You'll be fine. Yeah, I expected a little bit more power, honestly. But I do know this. When you start getting past 5,000 RPM, 5,200, 54, man, it's like hyperdrive. It's like I'm about to go back to the future, man. I'm expecting to see fire coming off my tires, and I'm like somewhere in the year 3000 with Fry and Leela and the professor and Bender. I want a chance that it works. It works if it don't know. Yeah, you got that right, Nella. If If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. I will tell you one thing I'll never do. I'll never do bungee jumping. Never. If it's wrapped around my ankles and I'm jumping off, the blood's going to rush to my head. I'm going to bust some capillaries or whatever, and I'm gone. So I am not doing any bungee jumping. Is there another option for metal transmission on Clodbuster other than hot racing? Buddy, I don't think so. I think that's it. I think CPE used to have some stuff, but I don't even know that they do it anymore. Do I plan on trying inserts in the new J-Cons? Yes, sir, I am. John Masterbray. I've got on the way some test inserts from Yizzer. I sent him the dimensions, the measurements of these exact wheels by Power Hobby. So hopefully I will have some inserts, and they're supposed to be here, I think, tomorrow. So if they get in tomorrow, I'll go ahead and try to knock out a video showing them on here as well. So, yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. I went with the soft and softer, if that makes any sense. I like my tires to conform, so we'll have to see how they work out. Hopefully they work out good. So they show up. It'll be nice if they get the profile, even skinnier on the sidewalls where you still have your contact patch up there like that. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? When do they come out? When does what come out? These? I don't know. Right along in a cop car is no fun. The bracelets they make you wear a chainsaw. I have done a ride along in a cop car, but I did not have the bracelets. Oh my God, that was a crazy thing, dude. So my buddy, I did a ride along with him, right? We got a call out to a domestic disturbance, right? So I'm there and I gotta wear stupid dress slacks. I'm like, come on, man. I could barely button them up. I was too fat for the darn things. But I made it. I sucked in and got them in there. But I got out and there was a domestic disturbance. I kid you not. One of these people went and jumped in like a white Tahoe, I believe it was. And she took off, and I saw him come running back, and I jumped back into the cop car, and he jumps in, and he takes off. We're spinning out, and I'm trying to get the seatbelt on as best I can. We ended up taking out a mailbox, and they got away. They legit got away. But yeah, I was legit in a high-speed chase in a cop car, and I was not sitting in the back. That was a long time ago. A long time ago. How tall are they? I measured them out earlier at 4.77. So basically, I might have measured them a little bit too loose. So they are a full 4.75 tire by the specs. Three jumps, 2 tandem, 1 solo. I was told if the chute doesn't open, kiss your butt goodbye and do a straight head dive so you won't die a slow, painful death. I think before I was to ever do any of that bust nut, I'd go up to Gatlinburg and do that little indoor flight thing. Or possibly in Orlando, I think we may have one. The little flight thing where you get in your parasail. I would end up looking like Peter Griffin when he had his flight suit on. A big old round ball flying through the sky. What happened to your old saying at the end of your videos? The cream of the crop, pick of the litter. I still have that ending. There. I've just been using the new one. We need a cop car build and a NASCAR build now. No. The back seat is uncomfortable. I'm guessing you've been there a couple times, haven't you, Chainsaw? I would not know. I've been lucky enough to never been arrested. I was a skateboarder too, RC Glock. Riding in the backseat of a cop car brings up being with a big girl. It's all fun and games till your friends find out. It's all fun and games until you find yourself on the bottom. All right. Whoever gives my membership Exocaged, I really appreciate it. My funds are tight, so I appreciate you. I'm an awesome RC crawler. I think that was Clayton. Man, my phone is going nuts. Guam Bashers is wanting me to go on a live stream with them. So they don't realize I'm live streaming right now. Guam Bashers, they're in Guam. So that could be interesting. And it happens at 7 a.m. our time. So that means I have to wake up to an alarm clock. Joe's RC. Oh, you're in Odessa, Florida? Hey, Jacksonville, Florida here. Hey, buddy, from Vidavon Rift Axles with me this week. What's the most user-friendly four-wheel steer transmitter you've used? A lot of guys like well, you can really spend a lot of money, or you can just buy a FlySky GT5. If you want manual rear steer, you can just simply put your rear steer on one of your knobs, channel 5 or channel 6, simple and easy. Otherwise, I use the FlySky GT3C, hacked to 8 channels. I'd probably go with the GT5 though. The GT3C hack has got real super easy control to get from like front to rear to crab to all that. And the RC8X can do all that stuff as well with a different button. Just you assign the button to do whatever that feature is. So the RC8X is quickly becoming my favorite crawl radio, honestly. But you're talking about $300 for the radio, right? But it's nice. I'm not planning to go all Vidavon out with the fire team. I would probably, John, I would probably say the Tusk inserts would be your best bet to go on the J-Cons, the new ones. I'd probably say the Tusk inserts would be the best fit for these. Thanks, guys, on the cat. He's down here relaxing now. See, I don't have any Spectrum ground radios. And I don't have a Noble. So I don't know those radios. So I can't just say, yeah, this is the radio to get with this feature and that feature. I don't have them, so I don't know. In Putnam County. Okay, yeah. So if you're 20 minutes south of Palatka, you're probably about maybe an hour and a half away. So not too bad. So, yeah. Man, I got all kinds of messages here. Oh, well, I'll deal with them later. I wish you would get an Asuga XLR. Well, Bust Nut, you've only been here twice. Maybe 3 times you haven't been here. Hey, this weekend, we're running 8 scale, Bust Nut. So that's all your 1/8 buggies and truggies and all that stuff. I would get you in with a 1/8 buggy if you show up. So it's up to you. You got it, but you got to get here 9 a.m. Excuse me, Sunday. Have you ever put a tire in a tire for a crawler combo? I haven't had the need to do any of that stuff. 2C Creighton XL. Oh, I bet so. Actually, I got to get my a XL chassis kit for the sledge ordered. Instead of no, I haven't done that. Well, your best chance to come over and check it out. I mean, honestly, I'm here every day now. But Sundays are my open days. She's in her mid-20s now. Dude, that's an old kitty. Everything's an hour and a half, yep. I only have one 6S battery. Well, I've got like 5 or 6 6S batteries, maybe 7 or 8 at this point. I've got batteries. Don't worry about that, Bust Nut. You just come on over and get some racing in. All right, buddy. I don't want you getting on the computer and messing with things, but that's my cat, Castiel. Down there, buddy. Good kitty. Any news about the Promoto? Nothing about the Promoto right now. Several big events going on this weekend also. I kept doing the same thing. Yeah, come on out, Bust Nut. Now, you're on the stock plug, right? The EC5. I'll have an adapter for you. But I know your car needs the 6S. Most of the other buggies are running 4S. What I might do is I might run you with the Mojaves. Since your car is like 1/6 scale. So I'll probably run you with the Mojaves, which are also 1/6 scale. And there should be fewer of them. So you'll be better on the track trying to get yourself figured out on the track. Because I know you've raced, but it's been a long time since you have raced. How do I store my batteries? On a table. I should be better. Lucy just shared another update, and they should have all the promoters fulfilled within 90 days. Oh, okay. I hadn't seen that scale. Right? That's good. I know the Promoto just sold like crazy. Not everybody has a gyro radio, Bust Nut. But if you're running with the Mojaves and all that, you kind of will have a handicap. Your vehicle will have a better center of gravity. Probably technically faster when you look at stock for stock. Your car should handle better. The thing is, can you drive it? There are some guys getting the new FureTech Python ESCs. The last I saw was last week was a whole pallet of FureTech the FX118s. But apparently they have not made it. See, I'm not sure about the Creighton XL or Sledge XL. We probably still run them in the 1/8 since they're just simply a little bit longer 1/8. Mini Promoto. Man, there's a lot in the Promoto as it sits. To make that smaller, that will be interesting. I have not seen the new Optima Mid. A good cheap 3S battery, just go on Amazon and look up some 2200 milliamp or 3300 milliamp 3S batteries. Simple, easy, usually relatively cheap. Most of my videos, I'm only using a 2200 or possibly even a 1500. Like today when I was running the new tires right here on the Pro right there, I'm only running an 850 milliamp 3S on the Fusion Pro. So, yeah. I've got a couple Hoovu batteries, and they've been actually pretty good. Do I have one-handed radio races? No, Bust Nut. Nobody else can drive like I do one-handed. It will be a catastrophe. All right, Mr. Tyler Lane, catch you later. All right, we are in the second hour. Does anybody want to bid on anything that I've showed earlier? Does anybody want to do a bid on something? 850 milliamp tattoo. So if anybody wants to bid on something, we can. Yeah, tattoo's got some good ones. Yep. Oh, yeah, Clayton Besthrick. Huh. Should Clayton get a Exo tattoo? When is payday, RC Crawler? What I'm thinking about doing here, $10 for the cat. You know, Nobody's getting my Raminator. He's over there growling. The outside cat must have showed up. Yep, he's hissing. The outside cat showed up. The outside cat looks kind of like Sam, but it's not Sam. I took pictures of his head. I've petted him and all that, but it's not Sam. So I call him Bobby. Also going with the whole supernatural theme. Auction the Stinger, the little 2-wheel drive buggy. I only paid $50 for that thing. I think I put stuff in it though. Was that a 22? You're talking about these? These are 800 kV fifth scale motors. Big motors. 56 113 size motors right here. Not Bobby Hill. I can get a lifetime free membership for that. I cannot give out memberships to the channel. I cannot give out memberships. I've tried. There is no way for me to do that. Now, there is something that I am considering auctioning off. If you guys want to bid on it, don't do it here. What about my 6S that's special? It's an EXP and they don't make them anymore. But you guys would have to email me this. And the email is up top, exocagedrc@yahoo.com. I'm considering, I've got the 3 more Rafales going. When they get approved, if they get approved, once that goes, I might throw it on there just to see. But I don't have a place to compete with this yet. I don't have any sledge tires to do, 6S back. Don't have any of that stuff. But what I'm thinking of doing, and if you guys want first shot at this, I see 71 of you awesome people watching. You can email me a bid, a blind bid, okay? Appointment is on Sunday at 11. He does not like Bobby. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Let me look. All right, so you guys would have to send me by email so I could see if you guys even really interested in it. You guys would have to literally send me an email and give me your bid for Creep 6. Let me go over this a little bit here. J Concepts, Creep body put together. TRX4 or TRX6 with a capper transmission. Got a Hobby Wing axe system in it. 99 micro. It has dig on it. The front end is a Capra front end. The shocks are all Proline on here. Let's see, axle housings are plastic. I didn't see a need to put metal housings on it. So it has Team Garage Hack wheels. You can still see there's a little bit of dirt. I obviously knocked the dirt off. This is from the last run I had it on. The diff locks in the back work fine. You can see the diff lock servo right there. It's got a Reeves 777 servo on it with the capper front end. You got pretty good steering. It does have quite a bit of overdrive as well. So you got pretty good steering on this thing. The battery actually fits right in here. And I typically use a 1500 milliamp, but you could probably fit something else in there. But it's just something to, I mean, I don't really have a place to compete with it. But if you guys did want to email me a bid on it, we could do it. If not, maybe I'll put it up on the raffle, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll have to clean it up and all that. But also, if the bid is enough, I'll order a brand new FlySky GT5 radio and set everything up for you. So, like I say, it's got dig, it's got selectable diff locks on the back, hobby wing axe. I believe it's got a 2300 kV. So it also has a 99 micro winch up front, which seems a little bit under, but it works. But regardless, if you guys are interested in it, just send a bid, email exocagedrc@yahoo.com. And if one of the bids is enough to get it, I'll let you know, and I will order a brand new GT5 radio and set it up for you. That way, all you got to do is put a battery in it and go. So, $1,200 build, probably a little bit more than that. Nella, there's a lot to that car, man, or that truck. It still has the steel chassis. I never felt a need to change chassis on it. I never felt a need to change the chassis. So, did not need to do any of that with it. So, anyway, we've got that. And if you guys are interested in the wheels or the motors or anything like that, let me know. And I'll put them up there and we'll see what we can do with it. If not, you see, we're at 79 of you wonderful people. 61 likes is what I'm seeing right here. These J Concepts megalithic tires, will they fit the TRX 4M without the body? No. No, not even a little bit. That was a question. No. Tires, vent or not vented? Which is better for crawling? Good question, Travis. I vent my tires, but I generally don't run in the water. So, kind of take that. But if I was running in the water, I would have them sealed. As far as the wheels go, they're for a Mojave, and they fit the Hyrax tire only. These stock tires don't fit them. These are only for the Hyrax tire. You can see the design of these. I'm not even sure if I have to have these on the website. I probably should put them on the website. I have that, and I guess that's about it. The motors, if you guys need motors for your big trucks. Now, 76 Patriot, when it comes to the inserts, I always vent my tires. The reason is, if I'm going to pay all that money for that insert, I don't want air pressure to affect the insert doing its job. So I want the insert to do exactly what it was meant to do without having air pressure, either vacuum going outside cold or pressure going outside hot. That's just my thoughts on that. My Max 5 is running the stock XRT motor. Yeah, that's easy. Joe, when are you planning on placing another Vidavon order? I've got an order in right now. He's still working on it. Hopefully I don't have enough time to add to it, but you never know. The width on the megalithic tires, I measured those. I believe they were 46 millimeters wide at the bulge. Okay, no. 42 millimeters wide at the bulge. So, and that's what they look like on these wheels. And these wheels are kind of skinny. I want to say they're 20 millimeter wide wheels. So, run for on top of the anti. really, you put foams on top of the anti-foams. What was the reason for that, Patriot? Oh, yeah, if you push the air out of them, they're going to be flat for a while. Do you have a video of proper venting? Yeah, some guys vent the tread. If you're venting the tread and you get into water, you can just simply put that hole to the bottom and just kind of give it a squeeze and just about get the water out. Then just let the car sit there and it'll gravity drain, give it a squeeze, gravity. I do mine right here on the sidewall. And I went right in the middle of the C on this particular tire for J Concepts. And the reason I do the sidewall is because there's less of a chance as I'm driving on my terrain of sucking dirt into the tread as the tire comes around or breathes, okay? There's less of a chance of getting that right here on the sidewall. If I was to get into the water or something, I would then lay my tire like the hole is right here. I would lay my tire like this and give it a squeeze every so often to get it out. So at least that's the way I would do it. How about auction set of Mojave Minivant Wood Pro 110? I don't have the tires, Morton. All I have are the wheels. Blades RC, the Ecto is an awesome starter truck. However, it's really, in my opinion, it's more like a crawler level, so you get a real high performance out of that. Ecto's a great truck to start with. Bulldog 6. Squeeze it again. There you go. I have squeezed it enough. All right. All right, so we're about to wrap this up. It's getting awful slow in here. Why would I want to do a cough? Do I have a recommendation? Good motor and ESC for the full Vidavon UDR. Yeah. What I run in my full Vidavon UDR is a 2200 kV TP power motor. It's way too much motor. You can just pretty much stay with the stock motor. The stock 2200's got plenty for that truck. And put a Max 6 in there. And with the stock motor, just get an old Max 6 and you're good. And that's pretty much it. Just stay with a 2200 kV motor. Just about any brand is fine in that truck, to be honest. You don't really have to throw out big bucks for a motor for that thing. I only put one hole in them, yes. Hopefully High Trail Bronco. They're beautiful trucks, but I just don't need one. Don't squeeze the Sherman. A great crawler based on my nice. Shout out to any Spring Creek crawlers out there. I'm not sure where Spring Creek is. All right, Mitchell. Yes, sir. Tell us some spoilers of what's coming up in the hobby. I know of two trucks. Apparently he got excited. At least he's on the tile floor. Cats. But regardless, it is, I know there's a couple trucks coming out, a couple of them, but I don't know anything else, you know. And when they tell you that they are coming out with something, you can't tell anybody unless they tell you, yeah, tell them. So you're not a Chinese spy, Anna. You can make a high trail out of Tiers 4. Yeah, just get the longer links and bolt it on. Will I ever expand the dirt track? I don't see any area to expand the dirt track into. What's coming up for your next set of videos? I don't know. I do know I got some more of these to mess with. And then when I get the inserts by Yizzer, I'll be able to take care of these as well. You'll see some more of these. So, yeah, I know we got racing on Sunday. I know I've got to do a video for this guy right here. What's up with my cat now? Yeah. Red Cat Racing has a Gen 9 on the website for $298. That's about right. Dirt oval track. I mean, I got a tri-oval. You guys saw the picture, right, that I posted of the tri-oval? Cat, go outside and play with Bobby. Spy Chinese. If I was Chinese, I probably would know the spoilers already, since most of our hobby. You're right, Anna. Everything comes from there. I don't know how people can say, I'm in the hobby, but I'm only buying American. Good luck with that, buddy. It's not going to happen. What happened with my Gen 9? It's just sitting there collecting dust right now. I only got a $30 bid. Oh, man. Clay oval track. Callahan Raceway has a big clay oval track you can go run. Perfect. Cat, what is wrong with you, dude? I don't think we're bidding on anything. I don't have anything good to bid on. I mean, you can send an email or whatever on Creep 6. Send the offer there if you want. Got Mike Rainey, yes, sir. Cat fight. No cat fight. Will those megalithic tires fit on a TRX4M without the body? No, buddy. These are huge. Let me show you. These. Hold on. I think these are the stock TRX4M tires. Okay? These are the megalithics. No, they're not going to fit. A big difference here, buddy. Let me go grab one real quick. Hang on. Oh, what is wrong with you, dude? Actually, I've got my TRX4M right here. All right. TRX4M right here. No, they're not going to fit. So that's not something you're going to be able to do. Let me close this door. This cat is messing around with something. I guess he was playing too much or something and got something caught in his throat. Maybe on a female companion. Oh, he wants a female companion. That's for sure. What did Bust Nut do? That's a good motor and ESC to stop the cogging trying to crawl. You're going to need a censored system. Honestly, Frankie, if you got it, go with the Fusion SE 1800 kV or a Fusion Pro 2300 kV. Beautiful setup. The ESC's built into the motor. They work great. All right, Patriot. They're kind of big for 10th scale. In a Rift. These are not Rift tires. These are actually small for a Rift. And I don't have any Rift tires. Oh, I've got some Rift size tires here. They're not Rift, but these are 2.2s right here, guys. All right, these are J Concepts ruptures. So you can see a big difference here. So, yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised I had ruptures sitting up there. Got to put some hubs in them. All right. Still got the J Concepts foams in them, too. All right. Would you kind of explain the cut and shut tire deal? Is it a larger wheel for less time? What they do with most of their cut and shuts, Mike Rainey, is they usually go for a narrow tire. Narrow tire so they can spread it out, but keep tight tolerances for getting through gates and stuff. That's generally the idea of a cut and shut. Like they'll take these right here and like just to narrow these up, cut and shut. All they'll do is they'll cut a spot out of the middle, strip out of the middle, and put it back together. That way you end up with a much narrower tire. So that's generally speaking. Now, cut and shuts, say you want these in a 2.2, right? Well, now you got to buy like 2 complete sets of these. You got to cut them. You got to open them up to make them fit the 2.2 wheel, add in a section of tire, you know, so it's a lot of work in cut and shuts. A lot of work in cut and shuts. So much that I've never even thought about trying. I don't want to. Some of the great phones. He's been slammed since your videos. Yeah, Brian. I told him, I said, dude, if they work out really good in here, then he's going to get some more business. And he said he's still trying to catch up from my last video. So that's awesome. That's awesome, right? I mean, that's good. I'm glad I was able to help. Joe, me, Ben, jamming, we're bidding 500 on the DBXL. I got no rebuttal. Oh, 500 on my DBXLE? You need to add a 0 behind that. No. No, cannot get them in this size. No, they're only available right now for this. So, what do the ruptures go on? I think I was using these. I think I used them on Thor and maybe the Rift. So I think that's what I was running them on. The wheels are something from Amazon. Yeah, coolest TRX4M. Or if you can get one, that FX 118 is nice too. Got 4 sets now. 800 on Thor. On Thor? Dude. I don't need to let go of Thor. Thor's got 4-wheel steering portal Vidavon axle housings. Crawlmaster Mini ESC, probably not the V2. It's kind of old truck. Holmes SHV 800 servos, front and back, direct power. I'm not sure what tires are on it right now. But Thor is kind of a big one. What's a good remote for 4-wheel steer and modifying an Ecto for 4-wheel steer? We've already talked about 4-wheel steer on radios. Guys were saying that is good with the Spectrum radios, the DX5 and DX6. I don't have those. For me, I would use more than likely just a Fly Sky GT5. Nope, I did not see Max destroy Kevin's boat today. Nope, I have not seen that. How's that Brass Raw 500? They sold out before. They did? They're sold out? Maybe I need to put these on my website then, because I've got 6 of them. I've got 6 of them. And they are for sale. But I think a couple of them are sold here locally. There's direct power server. Does a truck need to? No, it runs off the main battery. Everything is powered from the main battery plug. Well, if the brass servo is sold out like what you're talking about, I got a feeling you're going to get more options. Wow, I was lucky enough to get 6 of them. Do you guys want to do a raffle on this? We'll see how high it goes. I mean, brand new. I can even take and put that marker to it if you want. The brass servos are 180 bucks. So, but tell you what, you guys do some bidding on this thing. Brand new brass servo right here. Let's see let's see how bad you guys want it. Brass servo, it could ship out tomorrow morning. Right here. Let's do it. The numbers on these, this is the same as a Raw 500. It's just a brass heavy case. When you guys saw my video, I did the weigh-in between this and the stock, or the Raw 500. It was like twice the weight, like 5.1 ounces, just this servo right here. A brass 900 Smart. We'll have to see how that works out. I'll gladly pay you Thursday for a brass servo today. I don't know. You guys mentioned y'all want to do some bidding on it, right? Well, bid. Let's see what you guys can do. Dude, I tried shipping to Norway one time. The package got lost. I was out over $600. So I'm not shipping to Norway ever again. And that was actually for 2 Raw 500s, plus the tuners, plus the all kinds of stuff, man. I mean, yeah, not happening. I'm sorry, buddy. All right, I see a 110. Let's see. I'm in Canada. It might be tough to do. So I'm just curious to see if you guys can at least match the full price. Because if not, and Reese is sold out, I put these on the website, they're going to be gone. That makes, you know, I mean, they'll be gone. I mean, heck, I could probably put one on that raffle site too, couldn't I? Sell tickets, like $3 a ticket. Haha. See, 125 is getting a little closer. I just want to see if you guys will actually match the actual price of these things. MSRP on these is $180, $179 a servo. So they are quite expensive. If you guys can match the retail price, I'll take care of shipping. And I'll ship priority. So anyway, you guys discussed that. We got 18 minutes to go and we're out of here. Yeah. I haven't done any night flying with that thing yet. I should probably try to night fly the drone. No. I've got to edit the video. I got to put this video together with these tires right here and get set up for... All right, so I put these on 179 USD, so no point buying tickets. See, the thing about the raffle either is if you buy there, I will ship, you know, to wherever it goes, and I'll put as much insurance on it as I can. And then all we can do is hope for the best. The raffle is worldwide, you know. For me here, I want to keep this here. Now, Enlighten RC has got 180. Didn't you, hold on, you wanted one of them anyway, didn't you? You wanted one of them here, didn't you, Enlighten RC? What drone? I've got the DJI Mini 3 Pro, and this thing is amazing. Yep. All right, Enlighten is going to 185. Now, Enlighten is actually a local guy here. He'll be here Sunday, so I don't even have to ship. Unless he wants me to. Unless he wants to... Yes, I do. Do we hear 190 Benjamin Massa? Well, if that's the case, then I guess Enlighten's going to get it. Even though I think one of these was going to be his anyway. Oh, yeah, life expenses are horrible. I think 185 is it. And that would actually be like, that would actually still be a few dollars under when you look at taxes and shipping from Reefs. So that should be a few dollars less. That's still a few dollars under Reef's price on that. Yeah, I was told the camera isn't all that great. I was told the camera wasn't all that great on these at night, but I've never flown one at night before. Got 3 batteries. This thing knows where home is. I mean, you set that thing up, it goes, you just fly it. Flat. And also on the screen, wherever it's at, it tells you how high it is and all that. So you fly it out. You can push the home button. I've got it set to go like 150 feet. It'll go up to 150 feet and just come right on back. So, and I've done the home button on it a few times, man. It comes back so nice. So, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will actually set the thing up and just see if I can get approved to do one of the Rafales on these things. We'll see if we can get it to go. So I'm just waiting for the approval for my 3 axle housings I'm doing as well. So waiting for the approval on those. So yeah, doing 3 more sets of these. So the worst car that I've ever had in modern times is actually good now. And that was the low-C laser nut. That thing was garbage when I got it. I mean, garbage. So, yeah, it has little lights and stuff on it. I don't go high. So it's sold to Light and Light. Yep, Light and Light. The axles are for SCX 10.3 portals. You put all your stock internals into it. Nice, Marcus. Yep, that was purple on black. These things sell for $380 a set because they've got the full brass, the brass on the front, the back, the rears are in there. But yeah, I have purple, green, and the black ones. Now, granted, once you scrape these on the concrete or rocks, you're going to get silver out of them. So, but that is those. And see, these actually have the brass knuckle and the brass counterweight. But still, these things retail for, you know, $380. Bandit VXL. Dude, I love my little Bandit. My little tool drop Bandit is amazing. Okay, I will, RC Crawler, I will get my setup done so I can raffle one of these off. Why not? Just see if it goes. Whoever gets it, gets it. Like with that, you know, pay it, but it converts it to UK money. And then when the raffle was over, the first one I did, right? Literally, I got an email that night because I thought, okay, I'm going to have to click a button and, you know, do all the things and whatever. Well, I had no idea what I was doing. That's why I only did like one, right? It sent me an email, said it was validating all the tickets. And then it came back with the winner was Larry. And I'm like, Larry? That guy's right up the road. So I got really lucky on that. Because not all the tickets sold. If I would have had to ship that overseas, I would have lost money on it. As it was, I was like right there to breaking even on it. Probably still lost a little bit, but I was close enough that, you know, let's try it. And honestly, I didn't promote it very well. So I was, like I said, I was new to it. And I was like, well, if I take a loss on this, I take a loss. It's just, I want to try it and see how it worked out. And it was close enough that let's go for it again, you know? See how it works. On the jigs short course. Stock plastics, $100 worth if RPM A-arms. Man, I think I'm still running stock A-arms, but I've got you know, the like a $35 brushless systems you get off of Amazon. I got one of those, and then my buddy Sean at Jack's RC Recycle and Repair actually came up with, I don't know where he came up with it, an old Castle Mamba Max Pro ESC. So that's what's running this Amazon motor. The servo is TSI, something like that, STQI, something like that. It's got an upgraded servo in it. The front tires are the pin-looking, knobby-looking things. I like those on there. And I've got 1/16 E Revo paddles on the back of it. And these things run so good, man. So good. Yes, sir, RC Crawler, you're right. Thank you for your service, Marcus. I do appreciate that. Fly One Moto, what's up? 76 Patriot stock plastics worth of RPM air book and shot tower. Yeah, I think mine has the RPM bulkhead or shock towers or something like that. I think I did that. In fact, somewhere in a box, somewhere, I've actually got the RPM transmission to go in that. Never put it in there. Yeah, he had a MMP. I mean, I looked at it when I castle linked it. It had been used, but it was like the thing was brand new. It's like they powered it up for a test motor or something and never put it in anything. So yeah, it's in my Bandit and it is perfectly fine in there. I think it's got a 4300 kV motor on it too. So it's and I only run 2S on it, so it's a piece of cake. Oh my goodness. Just got off work and my raminator. You got your raminator? Dude, nice. Fly One Moto. All right, Nella. Catch you later. RC Crawler, buddy. Investing into these things, you'll never get your money back out of them. Where its value is in the smile that it puts on your face. That's where you get your value in these RCs. I completely enjoy driving these things. I'm having a blast with this right here. So it's just absolutely awesome to me. I love it. Best short course truck. I want to get one for racing. And good associated, low C. If you're talking a 4-wheel drive, add Techno in there. That's it. Yeah, Mir, we've had like 5 or 6 Bandits, and they all got the same little paddle tires on them, man. They come down, little roost of sand coming up and everything like that. It's amazing. Coolest, on my laser nut, I got one of the first ones, like the demo model out of the hobby shop. I was there on the day it was released by accident. I went in to buy paint, ended up buying a laser nut and a DBXLE 2.0. Yeah. So, but, I mean, every time I run it, the rear pinion bearings would just destroy. They were like 5x10x4 bearings. Tiny little bearings for a short course truck, okay? Barely for a short course truck. And they put big tires on it with 4S capability. No. Way under engineered for what they wanted. The axle shafts broke on the very first run, and all I was doing was backing up. And I'm like, ching. So I had real bad luck with that to start with. I was on Vidavon, and we finally got bulkheads front and back with larger bearings, and pretty much that fixed the issue. Losi's actually updated their bulkheads with larger bearings from what I understand. So the issues are not like what they were when they first came out. So as it is right now, the car actually runs really well. My Raminator just stays, and when you guys see my Raminator next, it'll at least have the 6mm sway bars on it. Once I get those on it, then you'll see it again. Otherwise, it's just sitting there collecting dust. Well, dude, Fly One Moto, that's phenomenal, man. I'm happy for you. The Raminator is like nothing else out there. I guess I need to see this video that Bust Nuts talking about, because I have not seen the video. Oh, we got 6 minutes to go. What's a good pinion gear for TRX4 transmission, stock or 2-speed transmission? Dude, I like the 11-tooth pinion gear that comes on it. That's a great gear for that truck. So no need to go changing that pinion gear out. You can go down to a 9-tooth if you really want to crawl. Other than that, just leave the 11-tooth in and have fun. It's got a great first gear in it, a good spread into the second gear, so you're good to go. No issues. All right, we got 5 minutes to go. Timer is counting down. Man, when I got my Raminator, you guys saw that on, like when I was doing the live streams at the USTE a couple years ago. Just kept on like, man. And then it happened in a strange trifecta of trades. Raminator and Axial or Vanquish Ripper was mixed in with it, and I ended up getting the Raminator. So it worked out, and I've been happy with it ever since. I've got a fortune in the thing, but it's pretty darn awesome. And when I'm done with it, when I do the transmission and all that, and the skids and all that, it could be close to the 11K mark. But at this point, there's only one other thing I can put on it. And I'm not really sure if it's worth it. It'll only save like 4 pounds or so, but it's up high, and that will be the carbon chassis plates. You can actually get carbon chassis plates, but it's like $450 for those. And I'm just not sure if it's worth it, you know, to drop 3 or 4 pounds at the most off of the truck that comes in at like 90 pounds to start with. Now, I'm hoping the new transmission and all that, when I get all that in there, it'll reduce the weight quite a bit. Get the batteries over and down into the middle of the chassis. Should help handling, should help balance the truck. The 6mm sway bar should be phenomenal in this thing. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. My air conditioner turns on in about 4 minutes. At least that's usually when it comes on in about 4 minutes. About 3 minutes now. All right, and the temperatures are starting to cool, so there's going to be less air conditioner noise. So that's even nicer. Hopefully here in a little while, I'll be like having to wear a jacket. Oh, it's so cold, but I don't want to turn on the heater. All right, guys, we got less than 3 minutes. Any last minute quick questions before I get out of here? Because I got some editing to do. I might run up to the store, grab a Mountain Dew. Don't know. I should have some here. Just pick up a 12-pack or something. I just found an original 1800 kV fuse. Well, Clayton, you're all set. Paul King, did you get the brass raws? Oh, you wanted one of the brass raws? Right here. Haha. I got 6 of them. Well, excuse me, 5. 4. Well, yeah, 5, and then if you want one. Baby, it was actually the worst I've ever done. I feel better. Sweet Mutter ESC. No. All right. I got another email waiting for me. Thank you. Yes, sir. Dementor running heat here to get rid of a chill. If you tell me it's already cold up there. So, see, if I ever get rich, man, I'm never leaving 70 degrees. I'm going to travel with the seasons. Which means you'll get different videos as the seasons go on. Yeah, rippers are just stupid money. How big is my what, bust nut? I'm thinking of just keeping it stock for now. Last famous word. Stock is okay, but you'll be wanting more power. You'll be wanting more power so bad. Drive in your Mac. Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about. But now I want a Big Mac from McDonald's. Thanks, bust nut. I don't need a Big Mac from McDonald's. But now I want one. I might go get one. All right, guys, we're about to finish this up. We're less than a minute. Real quick. I did try the Final Cut Pro and meh. Fusion Pro from Materials 4. I said some Materials 6 in it first. Shoot, man. Fusion Pro 2300 in both of them. Is the Raminator better electric? Yeah, by a lot. A lot better. Did you see my videos in the Raminator doing X-Max style backflips? There it is. 9 o'clock. It's time to go. Yeah, check my videos. I have a video, X-Max. I'm hitting the ramps doing X-Max style backflips, like with the Raminator. So it's in there. Stuffed crust pizza. And dang it, last time I went to Little Caesars, they told me, oh, we don't have anything. It'll be 20 minutes. I just left and went to Wendy's. All right, so we are getting out of here, guys. It is awesome. I'm not going to Washington anytime soon. Don't get fat. I'm already fat. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. It's been awesome. Yeah, if you guys want these things, you guys know where to email me. It's in the pinned post. And you better email me quick because I think all this stuff goes away. And the comments start all over for some reason. I have no idea. I don't do it, but it happens. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. And we are out of here.